Okay guys, in this video we are going to be using Google Sheets to create some digital artwork, and in particular we are going to be creating pixel art. Here's an example of pixel art, and you will get a copy of this Google slide. Now when you click on here, there is going to be an example where you can go on it and check out how I work this. This is just a GIF showing some of the steps that I'm actually going to show you in this video, but this is a good reference tool if you want to go back into it. So we are going to be talking a little bit about conditional formatting, custom colors, and multiple cells. So I am going to be attaching this template into the assignment. What's nice about this template is that it has already created some conditional formatting, and it's really cool because all you're doing is you're typing in the letters, and whenever you type in a letter, it corresponds to a color. So for example, you can see the letter A here is going to be black. So if you type in a lowercase a, hit enter, see how it turns it into black automatically. So this is a fast way to actually create some of your pixel art. If I wanted to do, for example, I don't know, let's just say this green color, that's the Q. So I would type in Q, and see that fills it in automatically. So this template is nice because you can type in letters for the corresponding numbers. You notice how quickly I was able to create that. In the example that I was showing you, you can see here on the top that little toolbar is right up there that was created by Eric Kurtz, Control-Alt-Achieve blog. He has some really cool resources, and I'll probably link his website to this assignment as well. Alright, so this is the template that we were talking about. Now I want to kind of show you guys really quick what the conditional formatting is all about. So in this example, you notice a whole range when the text is exactly, here's the rule, when the text is exactly A, then the formatting style, the text color becomes black, and the fill color is also black. So then you would hit done. So you can see that, sorry, let me go back, conditional formatting. You can see here where this has been already set up for you. Now you can add more rules if you'd like to add different colors by clicking right here. And let me show you that really quick. Right now, notice this is K23. That means it's just this dot. So make sure that you choose all your cells. Okay. Now notice it's still here on K23. So we'll cancel that one. We'll add another rule. Okay. Now it's selecting all of our cells. And we want to say text is exactly. So if we were to type in, let's say AB, right here, AB, A and B, and then we can add a new color, for example. Maybe, see there's already some custom colors there, but maybe we want to do, I don't know, like this dark magenta 2. And we want the letter to also be dark magenta 2. We hit done, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to type in AB. See, it creates that dark magenta color. So AB has now been formatted to do this. Okay. Now if you want to take away some of those rules, all you got to do is click this little remove rule and it takes it away. See, now you can see that where I typed in AB, but that's no longer one of the rules. Okay. You can always hit undone to basically go back. Okay. Now if you don't want to use this conditional formatting, if you wanted to do your own, you would open up a new Google Sheet. Okay, so this is a test one that's here. If you don't remember how to open up a Google Sheet, you just click on New, select Google Sheets. You could say blank spreadsheet. So when you click that, the blank spreadsheet, basically this is what it opens up to. Now there's a few things that you need to kind of do to format this sheet so it looks, so that when you create your work, it looks more like pixel art. Okay, So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this column, and you can either drag your mouse or you can press shift and then do the arrow key to the right all the way till the letter Z. Okay, so right now I've selected this whole range. Now what I'm going to do here is a right click on A, right here on the left side of A, right click. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize the columns A through Z. Automatically it is set to 100. We can change that to 20. And now you can see that they are squares. Now you notice it does kind of make our working space a little smaller. So while everything is selected, notice how right now A1 is selected. You can click right here again, select everything, do another right click right here on the A. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert 26 more of these cells to the left. Okay, so I'm going to click on that. So see, now our space has gotten bigger. If I wanted to do that again, make it even bigger, I can click it again. And I have this huge space now to work with where I can do lots of different pixels. So you could choose a cell like I'm doing right here, and you could just automatically fill it in. But you notice that takes a while. So that's where the conditional formatting saves you time. Saves you a lot of time actually. And so if you wanted to work this way, you could, or you can create your own, basically your own rules when you're typing in certain letters. Okay, so remember that if you wanted to create your own conditional formatting, first go to Format, then Conditional Formatting. I already added a couple of rules. So if I type in A, notice how it's black. If I type in B, and if I type in C, okay, those are already there. So if you wanted to add a new rule, make sure first that you select your range. That's our range right now. Right here it says apply to this range. And say text is exactly. This time I'm going to write the letter D, and the formatting with D is maybe we'll have it turn yellow. That's the fill color, yellow, and then the letter also yellow. And then we hit done. Okay, so now I'm going to add D, it turns into yellow. So you can keep adding more and more rules. Now what's nice about this is that you can create your own colors. So I'm selecting the whole range, add another rule, and let's say text is exactly, this time we'll say the letter E, and then you can actually add your own custom colors. Okay, so let's say that I wanted to create kind of like a peach color, skin color, you know, whatever kind of color you wanted to create, you can do that here. Okay, let's just go with that. Okay, and also click text color, and since you've already created a custom color, just click down here. And so now every time you type in the letter E, it's going to make this color right here. It's going to default that format. So I'm going to hit done, and I'm going to type in the letter E, and there's our color that we just thought of. Okay. Anyhow, so this is a lot of fun to create different artworks, and you'll be able to use these cells to then create your work. And students have a lot of fun with these. They really enjoy looking at some of this pixel art and creating their own work. It's a lot of fun. Now when you're finished, let me close this real quick. When you are finished, you can go right here to share and make sure that you have it set so that /ISD, anyone in this group with the link can view. Okay. Automatically, I believe it's set to restricted, only people added can open with the link, but please set it to Fort Worth ISD. That way I can view it and anybody else can view it. And hit done. So you can share that link with me. You can say copy link. See, it's copied to the clipboard. You can share that with me. Or you can also download a copy. And you could just do a PDF document just so that we can see what you've created. PDF document. See, it's created that. Now, you can take out these squares if you don't want them in there. There is a way that you can do that. Let me show you. Okay, in order to hide the grid lines, you would type in view, or I'm sorry, you would go to view, and you can uncheck grid lines. Notice it goes away. So if you're trying to download a PDF document, you can see now that the grid lines are gone. That way you'll be left with just, all of the color changes. Okay. And you can always hit undo to put them back in. Alright, hopefully you guys can create something really cool, really fun, and just share it with me when you can. Thank you. Okay, I just remembered this one quick tip. It's kind of a fast way to do some coloring when you're not, we're not using the conditional formatting. For example, if you see that little square, that little blue square right there, you can drag it over, and that way you can select multiple ones. So let's say I got this red right here. I can actually grab that blue again, drag it as far as I want. See, and it creates that whole area. Here I'm going all the way up here. So it's just a fast way to select an area, or if you want to have a certain background in your picture, you can. So here you can see I've put in, a color. Let's say you select another area, so you want that orange, and maybe I want this whole area to also be orange. So I'm just using the mouse, dragging it down from that little blue square. Okay, that will also, save you some time when you're trying to create something. So let's say I want to make this yellow. Drag it across. Drag it down. Okay, so that's a fast way to fill it up as well. Okay. Okay, another tip when you want to move something or copy something. Okay, I'm selecting the first one, and I go to Shift, and then select this whole area. I can type in Control C or copy. Now let's say I want to move it over here. I can do Control V or paste, and it pastes it, in another area. You can also select or highlighting, or we were filling in the color. All you got to do is go back to fill color, put reset, and it goes back to what it was. Okay, so that's just another way to quickly edit and move things around.